Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tony Rich Show. This is your boy Tony Rich, and we got two queens here that's breaking down why feminism is a lie, that you being strong and independent don't need a man is a lie, and then how you being conditioned to go against your man is a lie. So I'm gonna let these queens break it down. They did an awesome job. It's good to know that black women, there are still some black women that are in tune on what's going on. Let's get the video started.
Listen to this.
It's a scam that's become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore.
The I'm an independent, strong black woman, I don't need no man narrative is a scam. Here's why. Society has conditioned us to believe that we don't need anybody, we don't need any support, and we can do it all on our own. What a lot of us has accepted as normal is really not normal. Households were created to be two adults and children. The price points that the world is set in now requires two incomes. That's why you're working two jobs. And if we are not working two jobs, we have told ourselves that we have to go back to school, get higher education so we can make more money, which is a necessity. But wouldn't it be better if you had a whole team member helping you along? Because what ends up happening is, yes, love, your career is great. Yes, I am so proud of you for getting your doctorate. I am so proud of you for buying the house. No, I do not believe that women should wait to progress in life until they have a man. That's not what I'm saying. But we are so guarded and we are protecting ourselves so heavily away from every man that we miss on a good man.
Woo! The queen hit it on the dot. So there is a lot of black women that's out here working two jobs to pay the bills. And that's to be commended for, because they do got kids they got to take care of. But you probably wouldn't have to work two jobs if you had a man, if you was married. The weight of the world is meant for a man's shoulders, not a woman's hips. See, men take the burden and the stress because that's his job to make sure the rent's paid. That's his job to make sure it's food in the refrigerator. It's his job to make sure that the lights stay on. And then you can rest in your femininity. And the thing is too, yes, black women are going to school to get educated. Nobody's going to deny that. But also too, they have a lot of student loan debt. And a lot of times they go to school, get all this debt, and then they end up not going in the career that they actually even went to school with. So having a partner is always better in the long run. And if you think you all that, you put it in the man face, your degrees and all that.
Something like that. I got used to be single.
Okay. Right.
I'm a PhD.
Okay. You a PhD, right? You throwing it in the man face, you think you too good. You end up missing out on a good man. Because when it comes down to family, men don't value none of that. And then most of y'all with these degrees and everything too, you still expect a man to pay for most of the bills. So your income or your career is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. We care about, are you feminine? Are you going to be a good mother to my children? Can you cook a good meal? Are you going to keep my house in order? Or are you going to be my peace when I come home from doing whatever the man is doing in the world? So the queen hit it on the spot. Hit it on the spot. Let's continue.
We automatically assume that all black men are out to get us. And the more you think something, the more you believe something, and the more you see something. So we cut off all men who are not making at least six figures. We tell our baby daddies we don't need them because you're not able to pay us substantial child support. So my kids don't need you.
Wow. So it's a new thing going around that, even 5, 6s are requiring men to make $100,000 a year. And if they're not making $100,000 a year, they're even not entertaining them. But then get mad when you can't get the six-figure man because he has other women in his rotation that he likes better than you. So the days of gone where women are really willing to build with men. Okay, a man could be making $40,000 now, and 5 years from now he could be making 80 or 100. So choose off a man's character, because you can run away or miss out on a good man that has potential because you feel like you're entitled to six figures. First of all, you're not really entitled to six figures. If you're not a 7, 8, or 9, you don't even need to be asked to have this high requirement. Okay? If you're not a 7, 8, or 9, you don't need to have these high requirements. So
we don't realize that our black men offer so much more than just their financial provision. They offer protection. They offer guidance. They offer leadership. They offer a masculine energy that absolutely depletes you when you have to provide that. You are created to be feminine. You are created to be the nurturer. You were created to be soft and loving. And we are having to play both roles because we are not allowing any man in out of fear that we're going to get the wrong men. And I understand our concern, but the I'm an independent, strong black woman, I don't need no man narrative is keeping us working way later in life than what we're supposed to. It is keeping.
Let's stop it here, because a lot of black women, they don't even like going to work. They miss more time than men. They have more. They take off more days than men. They found more excuses not to go to work. A lot of y'all hate going to your job every day. A lot of y'all hate going to your job every day. And y'all complain about your job. But you want to do everything by yourself.
Us away from the black men who want to protect us and keep us safe. It is keeping us away from the black men that would go to the moon and back to make sure that we're happy and healthy. Make sure our children are happy and healthy. It is taking away the example of manhood that our sons need, and the example of how a man is supposed to love a woman that our daughters need. And it is taking away the opportunity for us to rest.
This queen hit it on the nail. A man in the house does so much more than just his income. Discipline. Kids respect the man's voice more than the mother's voice. It just is what it is. Provision, guidance. A father needs to see his father in action. So men bring more than the table than their money. Protection. Right? So these are things that women need to think about before they just start throwing men away.
That's why our mother struggled for 60 years and now she is exhausted and she's beat down. We deserve so much more. Let's give it to ourselves.
Men are not intimidated by strong women. The problem a lot of you have is that you think that being strong means you gotta be super rude, you gotta be loud, you gotta be aggressive, assertive to get your way or to get your point across. But that doesn't make you strong. That makes you insufferable. That makes you unpleasant to live with. I'm paraphrasing.
That makes you inseparable. That makes you unpleasant to live with. And if a man feels like he can't get no peace with you, he would never live with you. If all he gonna feel like is gonna be a fight back and forth, it's always you have bad attitude, you entitled, then you fall into the category of sex only. You fall into the category of sex only. A man that knows his worth is gonna put his peace before your body. So like I said, he'll knock you down. He'll date you. But you keep wondering why he won't commit, because this could be a reason. He doesn't seem like he's gonna get any peace with you. You a drama queen, you chaotic, always got a problem, nothing he does make you happy. Men don't like to marry women like this. And so you can be strong at work, but you got to know how to switch that home. Switch at home. You need to be a feminine woman. So the sister, the queen is right on point. Let's continue.
A quote I saw online. I don't think it was Twitter, I forgot, but I read it and it was so deep. The quote then went on to say, "It's not that we can't handle you, but we choose not to in light of better options." I understand sometimes it's really rare to find a good man, but a lot of your attitudes are the reason why a lot of you women are still single and won't get a man.
You could be a beautiful woman. You could be an 8, 9, or 10. But if your attitude is bad, you're entitled, that will turn a good man away. And it's not that, oh, I need a strong man to handle me. I need a strong man. Only a strong man can handle me. No, a strong man don't want to handle you. For what? I can get someone younger, more feminine, more cooperative. Ladies, you need to always understand that the younger woman always wins. What I mean that is that in a man's eyes, a younger woman is more valuable. Her titties are firmer, her ass is firmer, her stomach is tighter, especially if she didn't have no kids. And usually she's more submissive and cooperative. So you being strong, a seasoned, strong, savvy businesswoman.
Something like that. I got you.
You got your PhD.
I'm a PhD.
Okay, good.
Right? Men tend to stay away from committing to these type of women. Again, date, bust them down. Yeah. String you along, keep you in rotation. Man will keep you in his rotation if you're giving him sex. Don't mean he won't commit. He'll just keep you in rotation until he eventually find a one that does it for him, and you're done. It's what it is.
Well, you might get him, but you won't keep him. Not a real man. Your strength isn't in having this masculine energy where you feel like you have to be the leader, the boss, the dominant one in the relationship. Your strength is in your femininity, in your vulnerability, in your willingness to submit, in
your strength is in your femininity, your vulnerability. That's where your strength is at. Let's say that again. Let's say that again.
Is in your femininity, in your vulnerability, in your willingness to submit, in your willingness to let a man lead.
In your willingness to submit, in your willingness to let a man lead. Now that submission word just gets black women so hot now. Even though it's in your good old Bible. We'll say that for another day. It just cleanses you. The word of submission. Yes. You have to submit to a man. Especially if he's an alpha. Or somewhat alpha. Even if he's somewhat alpha. Yeah. That's how you get a ring. Your femininity is the best way to get what you want out of the man you want. You being feminine, vulnerable, soft. Strong men don't want strong women. So you've been taught that, oh, if I submit to a man, it's like slavery. I'm not a slave. I gotta submit to a man. We need to be equal. No, it's nothing ever equal in a relationship with a man. Nothing ever equal. Never equal. The man always does more, has more responsibilities in a relationship than you. Ain't no 50-50.
That takes a strong woman.
Listen.
Grand opening, grand closing. Queens did a great job. Again, the Queens did a great job of breaking this down. Wow. I mean, the first Queen really broke it down, then the second one just closed the door. Like, comment, subscribe. See you again on the next video. Peace. I am out.